This time on Secrets of Solania.
Just gonna put that in the old inventory.
I'll trade you 3 copper.
I would like to
What?
take a step forward and try and get a little closer to whatever it is I may have seen.
Oh, as soon as I see that hammer make contact, I'm treating that thing like a skeet shoot.
I'm going to throw it across the stairs in front of Knob, so it's laid down across the stairs, like if the stairs was a sacrificial altar. Quincy, you better be dead back there.
All right, and then I'm gonna count it down. I'm gonna mouth 1, 2, 3, and I'm gonna shout 3 and rip the door open.
Same.
All right, so everybody rips open those doors, and inside you can see there's bedrooms. They seem to be, I would say, medium humanoid-sized beds. Everything is kind of like a mess, but there's still I would say dresser drawers, an end table. The one in Knob's room has, I would say, a tiny or small chest under the bed that he finds, and yeah, and then Norman on the end table happens to find a couple of dusty coppers.
Great, they were poor too.
They were
Hot
orphans.
dog, 3
They
copper.
tended to be poor.
Oh, okay, so 10 coppers.
All right. And for the small chest, how small is the chest?
You're able to hold it, lift it in one hand. It's about the size of your head.
Oh, okay. Is it visibly locked, or is it a mechanism?
It's got a lock keyhole.
So first, I'm just gonna try to open it, see if it actually is locked.
Oh,
Just
okay.
a little test.
It is locked.
Okay. So at this point, I'm gonna whip out the thieves' tools.
Nice.
And then, what would I have to roll to get this lock open? That's a nat 20.
That lock freaking flies open. So when you nat 20 the lock open and the chest just flies open, your hand kind of fell forward a little bit and bumped what looks like the simple screwdriver, and you felt like a little buzz of magic in it. And as you go to look at it some more, you realize it is a +1 all-purpose tool.
Oh.
Now,
Gonna-
it does require attunement by an artificer, though.
Me.
Hey! Just gonna put that in the old inventory.
I'll trade you 3 copper.
And as you go to pocket that in the inventory, you realize that the bottom that it was laying on is loose in the chest.
Oh. Gonna delicately remove that bit.
Okay. So what you happen to find is a small diary.
Oh boy. Oh. Well. Gonna get this a perusal in just a moment. Put it in the old backpack.
All right, so you're putting it in your inventory?
Yes.
Okay.
In fact, I'm putting it in the the stats inventory thing. I'm putting this in there right now so I don't forget of the stuff.
So does Norman and Zergo do anything else in their rooms?
I mean, there's other than the bed and the 3 copper, there's really nothing in my room, so. I mean, I guess I could look around, give it a quick investigation and see if there's anything under the bed, on the roof, if there's an ominous photograph. Look at this photograph!
There is a nightstand that has 2 drawers unchecked.
All right, let's do it. I'm ready. All right, so we're gonna be rolling investigation again.
Nah, you can just which ones are you opening?
No,
And checking.
I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna end up opening both of them.
Okay. So in there, you notice that, let me see here. The top drawer has a silver, um, little, like bell with a polished black handle on it. And it's got like, on the silver, it's got little, leaves engraved around the bell.
Okay. All right. And what was in the bottom drawer?
In the bottom drawer, let's see. Um, I'm trying to find it here. Is that what I think that is? Let me see this here. No. Oh, okay. So in the bottom drawer, you do find a uh little piece of quartz by itself.
Mine.
Oh.
Snagged.
And then I can't remember if Zergo said if he was checking his room or not.
Nope. Nope.
Okay. So everybody's able to I would say go back into the hallway, and by now I would say Quincy's probably.
Before we go anywhere, can I just do a quick examination of the bell to see if I know anything about it? You know, just to see if I have like any kind of knowledge on what this bell is, and or like maybe who would have owned it.
Let's do an insight roll.
Site?
Mm-hmm.
Golly, 19.
We'll start with that. Dang, okay. Give me now an Arcana check.
All right. Well, technically that's a nat 1, so I mean it's a 4 overall, but it's a nat 1, so
Oh, how the
I don't know if you
mighty
want to
have
treat.
fallen.
Yeah, I don't know if you want to treat that as like a horrendous like.
Well, no, you can
Hmm.
tell that this belonged to, like, you've seen these leaves in this sort of pattern around in your travels through Pradia. So at the very least you could tell that this silver bell um has some sort of significance, possibly to any people in Pradia.
Yeah, so it has significance outside of this building.
Yes, from what you can tell, it should.
Yep.
All right, sweet.
Ba-
Okay, so I'm gonna walk back in the hallway and just kind of absent-mindedly give it a little tingle, like just give it a little ring.
And let's see, when you ring it, I mean, it's just this nice little um. Well, you've seen Polar Express and that sleigh bell sound.
Yeah.
When he finally believes in the end. Spoiler alert for those who haven't seen that or
Hell,
read the book, but it's that beautiful silver bell sound, even though it's a different type of bell. And let's see, which way are you facing when you ring the bell, Norman?
Oh, I'm walking out of the room and going into the hallway on my force ballista.
Okay. Let me see here. So everybody hears. I mean, like Quincy rejoins the group right as Norman rings that bell. Um, Quincy and Zergo, give me a perception check.
It's 15.
10.
Well, dang. Okay, so with that 15, Quincy, right as he turns the corner, sees something with reflective eyes behind Knob, like peek around the corner and then duck back. And surprisingly, you don't hear any footsteps. Knob has no idea it's behind him in this second, and only Quincy saw it.
Oh. I would like to
Well,
take a step forward and try and get a little closer to whatever it is I may have seen.
All right. Um, uh, since like you have to get past Knob and then look around that corner,
Yeah.
you see nothing. It is gone now.
Well, can I walk down like halfway to the hallway and look through that window to see if it may have crawled out through there?
Yes.
Let's check in windows.
Okay. Nothing outside. Whatever it was quiet and fast.
All right, I'm going further down. I'm gonna look around this corner.
And you see one of the little ghoul girls, and she's like, "Oh shit!" And then she runs down the stairs.
Ooh, I'm just gonna like whisper yell back down the hallway. I found the staircase.
Ergo immediately starts trudging in that direction.
Zergo, give me perception with advantage.
All right. 14.
Okay. So you kind of hear some stuff that the others can't seem to hear already down below.
Okay. What's it sound like?
Like you hear hushed whispers and footsteps.
Okay. Unfortunately, I think they know that we're coming around this way now, too. I can hear them right below us.
That is rather astute. Let's get the rest of the group and head downstairs. What do you say?
Of course.
Yeah. Trying to get everybody and go downstairs.
Okay. Let's see.
I was just gonna say, before we go, can I take a quick look outside the windows and see if I can see anything outside before we go?
Quincy did already do that for you
Oh,
on the
yeah,
way, but
right.
he didn't really share any
I
information.
don't
So
have dark vision, so
Yeah,
that too.
that's kind of where I'm at.
I'll let you give me a perception roll.
You got it. That's gonna be a 5.
And
Not great. Not good.
Like another like autumn breeze comes in, but as he looks through the northern window out into the courtyard, he can see shadows moving, and it seems to I would assume scare Norman some more. As for the eastern side, give me a perception roll for that.
Got it. All right, one more perception. Golly, that's a nat 1. Yeah, I trip and fall and hit my forehead on the windowsill.
This is
Take-
your fault
so
for
this-
rolling that.
Take
nat 20.
one. It takes 1d6 damage as you give yourself a concussion.
yeah, unless anybody else says otherwise, I think we're heading downstairs.
Yeah. Let's get before y'all even go. Let's get initiative rolls.
right.
Oh goodness.
Oh yeah, that's a nat 1.
I got
Plus
a
2 for a
9.
3.
Wow. 13.
We got a 17, baby.
We've got Norman going first.
Wow.
And
All
so
right.
far, Norman thinks that the house is being swarmed, and well, not the house, but the mansion is being swarmed from the outside, and they are possibly, according to Zergo, gathering in the cellar.
Shit. Yeah, so the first thing that I'm going to try to do is just bolt into the room ahead of us so that way I get out of the confined space of the hallway.
All right, and you do find an open, storage cellar area. May have formerly been like a winery or something back when it was a mansion before it was an orphanage.
If I can kind of see everything in the room, I guess my first inclination is to go toward the boxes on against the wall over there.
Okay. All right, and you
Then
can
just
see that
kinda-
there's like trunks where like people had stuff, orphans had stuff, some games and toys that got left behind, and
I
some broken
immediately want to
things.
pilfer everything I can. I immediately want to see if I can take something of value.
Norman, that kitty backpack matches your aesthetic.
The kitty backpack is as tall as I am.
Fair.
Let me get a perception roll from you this time.
Yep, no problem. And that's going to be another nat 1.
Oh god.
Or an
Hopefully not.
11.
Oh okay.
Oh, okay. So mostly all that you see in this area, most of the stuff is just toys, wooden Tinker toys or like a Raggedy Ann doll. Like in the one chest, find some boots of elven kind.
Why were these orphans freaking loaded, dog?
Well, the chest that he picks those out of, it's a small chest, but it's got like old ancient elvish writing on it, and it's dusty.
thieves. They stole the boots.
Maybe.
Norman and Noab, roll. I'd say a D12 plus your Constitution modifiers.
All right.
Afraid of this.
So,
Ooh, baby. I got 4.
oh yes, we got a 12.
Okay, so they're going to be too big for Norman, but
Shit.
they may or may not fit Nob.
I'm just gonna throw the boots back and frustrated. Just throw it back into the doorway. Take them.
Well,
He throws them, and so it is Nob's turn now. As you descend the steps, there's a big like wall down south from your position, but you can see kind of down the hallway there. The hallway kind of leads into an open area south and westward.
I'm gonna step a bit into the room, kind of towards where Norman is, and then we're gonna take out that little diary and flip toward the most recent entry. See if there's anything to
Okay.
glean.
So the diary itself, with its most recent entry, would be about, according to the date up top, it's been over 65 years ago.
Right.
And it's talking about how the orphanage has lost funding, it's closing down.
Right.
The people there that used to do all the work for the orphans and cared so much, they've a lot of them have lost hope, and others are trying to go ahead and find career paths elsewhere. There was a plague that took out a few orphans during the last winter. You also see at the bottom of the page, like the page only has like half a thing on it talking about like, woe is me, the orphanage is closing. But you see 6 numbers, and like above each set of like there's 3 sets of 2-digit numbers basically, and above each set is an arrow pointing left or right.
Interesting. Okay. So set of numbers, arrows. Does it say specifically where you're supposed to be before doing any of this, or is it?
At the moment, no, but give me a perception check outside of the journal.
Got an 18.
You do notice that beneath Quincy and Zergo at the top of the stairs as they're coming on their way down, but behind the set of stairs on the cellar floor is what looks like a large vault.
I'm gonna make my way over and check this out.
And with that, that's about how much like time you would have this turn, I would say. Quincy's turn.
Over in this other corner,
Uh, what other corner?
over here, this little wooden thing here.
Oh,
Is it
okay.
just a table?
Yes, it is a table. It seems like there's like maybe some old like drinking cups, glasses,
All right, nothing I'm
maybe
interested in. I go over here.
right. Well, you definitely see a vault behind you now.
Oh, well, hold on.
Yeah, right there.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna check this thing out.
Basically, it's one of those where it's like you got to turn one direction, turn to another direction, turn a third direction, and you have to know
Yeah, but
where.
there's always that chance of you catching the click of right when it hits the right spot, and then flipping it back the other way. You know what I mean?
True. Give me one sleight of hand check real quick.
Oh wow. Yep. No, that's an 11.
You hear the click, but you went past it. So
Ah, dang. All right. Well, in that case, I'll motion for Norman and Knob, because I'm pretty sure I'm blocked line of sight for Zergo. But I'd motion them over to where I am and pretty much end my turn there.
and now it's Zergo's turn.
So I come down the stairs and I kind of look around at everybody rummaging through all the stuff. And Zergo's going to say, I would like to kindly remind everyone that we are currently being surrounded and swarmed by ghouls. Maybe we could save ransacking everything for after the threat is ended.
Only live once.
And from
And it
Zergo's
won't
south
last much
side,
longer.
he can see like ghouls, or there's at least a handful of ghoul children.
Yeah, what I wanted to do is walk over to that torch right there where that hallway starts and put
Mhm.
it out and like wait around the corner for anything to come around, and he's going to try to take its head off with his hammer. And I want to put that torch out. I don't think there's really any way to do that though.
That's okay.
Yeah. Just trying to keep my shadow from being cast into the hallway so they can see where I'm hiding.
And the ghost child is like, she's around. I would say we don't have a cursor for her, so it doesn't really matter. She just like in her readiness, she decides to turn invisible, or at least it looks like she vanishes. So it's going to be Norman's turn again,
Woohoo!
and Norman, of course, he knows that what Zergo says is right. They should be coming out of the woodwork now.
Yeah, so I guess what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take point. I can't really take point behind Zergo because then I won't have a line of sight. I'm gonna turn the force ballista and then aim up the rifle so that whatever comes around that corner, I'm gonna blast. I'm gonna try to, if I can possibly, um, use my force ballista to crawl on some of the crates and clutter that's on the back wall. That way it can kind of, be out of the way, in case like Knob needs to move around or anything.
So facing, I mean, in that top right corner, and then facing down
Yeah,
the hallway.
yeah.
Okay. And then
Kind
if
of
anything
creating a
moves,
kind of
yeah,
trying to create a crossfire, like between Zergo's swinging hammer and whatever comes out of that hallway.
yeah, obviously you're gonna have the first shots, and then if it moves past, Zergo gets attack of opportunity, if it's not even his turn yet. So, with that, after Norman is Knob's turn.
Well, I guess I will go into stealth first. Oh, a nat 1. All right.
You go to sneak and you step on a rubber chicken. Just
I was gonna take a position, but
you can still take position.
basically I'm gonna stay right there. Have my bow out. That way I can kind of angle it that way.
It would be Quincy's turn now.
Gonna keep trying to get this vault combination.
All right, roll sleight of hand.
It's 22.
Ooh, okay. Now, perception.
That's decent. It's a 14.
Okay, you got the first click.
Heck yeah. And yeah, that's gonna be my turn.
So with that, a ghoul comes into sight, runs up, is able to make it right to where Zergo gets attack of opportunity.
All right. Would I be considered hiding for advantage or anything or not?
I tell you what, to make it fair, let's get a stealth roll out of you.
All right. That makes sense. 11.
That actually passes. Wow.
Hell yeah. So
Attack with
advantage.
advantage.
Hell yeah. 24.
Yeah, okay, that definitely hits. Roll damage.
Hell yeah. 8 bludgeoning damage.
Norman,
Hell yeah, we gonna shoot it. So 16,
that hits. Roll damage.
14 for damage.
Let's see, 14 plus 8. Yeah. Decide together, Zergo and Norman, how do you both want to kill it?
All right, so Zergo comes around the corner and smashes it in the side of the skull and dazes it, and then he just goes back around the corner, puts his back against the wall, and nods at Norman while it's dazed.
Oh, as soon as I see that hammer make contact, I'm treating that thing like a skeet shoot. I'm just smacked to the cheek, blown completely off.
So the child ghoul falls back. 3 more ghouls appear from around the corner, lined up. The ghost girl is going to attack the one in the back. She's trying to reach, but her fingers keep phasing through, and it's not doing any damage. It's going to be Zergo's turn. Zergo, you hear them coming down the hallway.
We're gonna funnel them down the hallway, so we only have to fight them one at a time.
Yeah. Tactics. I love it.
He's going to whip a hand axe off of his side and just chuck it at the one in the front's forehead. Dude, that is a 9.
Oh, goes right through the ghost girl, and she's like, "Hey,
Don't stand there.
Norman's turn."
Oh yeah, I'm plugging one of them.
Fish
Yep.
in the barrel.
Just gonna shoot it into the mass. So let's see, hunting rifle. We're gonna go ahead and we're gonna take a shot with the rifle. So that's gonna be a 9, and I'm going to fire with the force ballista. That's gonna be a 15. So it pushes them back 5 feet away from my force ballista. So they're just gonna slam into the wall. So that's gonna be damage totaling at 11, plus the additional 5 foot of push.
And after Norman, we have Knob.
Just a little bit behind where the first ghoul corpse is where I can actually shoot something. I'm getting that angle right. So I'm gonna hold until they move. No, put me back.
Oh, over here.
Put me
You
back.
put me back! Put me back!
So he's holding action. Quincy's turn.
Yeah, I'm still working on this lock. They seem to have this under control.
Quincy,
All right.
where's Quincy?
Roll sleight of hand,
All right, that's an 18.
and then roll perception.
That is a 12.
I'll say you heard it. The second click.
How many clicks are there total?
It's
Yeah.
supposed to be 3. After Quincy, we have the enemy. The one closest to that corner. That one's going to run forward, of course, giving Zergo a Knob. Knob's going to get his attack with advantage.
I think 21 hits.
Oh, yeah.
So in total, damage is 16.
And then Zergo, of course, is also getting his attack of opportunity.
21. 13 bludgeoning. I'm gonna do the same thing. Just fucking swing around and smack it in the skull and then get out of his way so we can shoot it.
Try to shoot it right in the eye.
It's dead.
I'm hoping to make a
So-
corpse pile right here at the end of the hallway that they have to climb over or something.
The other goal is going to run up and attack Zergo this time. What's your AC?
17.
Yeah, it rolled a nat 20.
Why did you even ask,
Oh,
man?
20 slashing damage to you total.
Okay.
And I need you to make a DC 10 Constitution saving throw.
Alrighty. 13.
All right, you're fine. The other one is going to move in front of that. Well, no. It'll be behind the ghoul, on top of the ghoul pile. As it just flails out with claws, little kick claws, just ghost kid. All right, the one that tried to reach Zergo but couldn't, she quickly open palm pushes her hand through its back and phases through it, but it seems to take a terrible necrotic damage from the strike. Okay, so now it is Zergo's turn.
I'm going to just like drop my bone maul on the ground and I'm going to punch this one in the face. A 13. All right, that's 11 bludgeoning damage. I get to attempt a grapple. 26.
That grapples it.
And then I'm going to drag it off to the side away from the other one. And I'm going to like throw it across the stairs in front of Knob. So it's like laid down across the stairs, like if the stairs was a sacrificial altar. So Knob can just bring whatever weapon he's got down on it.
Norman, you've got your options.
All right, so let's go ahead and see if we hit one with the rifle. So that's going to be a 24, and that is a 13.
How do you want to kill it?
I'm just going to plug it in the chest.
Boom.
And with the bonus action, I'm going to shoot the force ballista once more down the hallway. That's going to be a 16 to hit.
And just as a ghoul comes around the corner, it gets hit.
So that's going to be 12.
It's still standing, but it's all right. And then Nob's turn. You've got the one prone at your feet, and that should give you advantage.
Just gonna shoot it.
Yeah, how do you want to kill it?
Like I said, just point blank.
So with that, we have Quincy.
Yeah, back at the vault.
Back at the vault. A ghoul hasn't really made it into the room yet. It's a 16 for sleight of hand.
All right, roll the perception.
As a 15 for perception.
Oh yeah, you finally get the last number. We're just it don't even matter really, because now you hear that third click. It is time to open that vault.
Yep, swing
You
that bad boy
open it.
open.
And you can see that there is, there are trunks filled with treasure. Most of it is silver, gold, and jewels.
Can I use my fancy magic eyes to pinpoint any magic?
And what you found
Fantastic.
was an astral shard.
I would pocket that and I guess let it be the next person's turn.
We've just got one ghoul left in the hallway. It's going to run up to attack Zergo again. And it missed. No, oh god, another nat 20.
Oh no.
Yeah, 20 slashing damage again.
Okay.
And DC 10 Constitution save.
I'm 14.
Okay, so other than health wise, you are fine. And you know what, Quincy? You happen to find some health potions.
Ooh.
Whether or not they're expired, we'll find out. Isn't it the ghost kid's turn? She's going to attack. So she's wounded it with her withering touch. And take it away, Zergo.
All right. First thing I want to do as a bonus action is use second wind. So I heal 14. And then I'm going to punch this ghoul in the face. It's going to be 17 to hit, 12 bludgeoning damage.
That is enough to kill it.
I'm going to like leap over towards it and like knee it in the stomach, and then I'm going to grab its face and push it against the wall and crush its skull between my hand and the wall.
No more ghouls now.
Now we can loot stuff.
Hmm.
Quincy, you better be dead back there.
No, not even close.
Yeah, now I was gonna walk over to the vault and just be like, "Wow,
There's a guide over here.
I could have done that."
Yes, no, just happened to be in the right place at the right time.
No, I mean I have the combination.
You have the what?
Yeah, I have the combination. I take out the diary, flip over to that last page. Right here. It's right here.
Just glaring at the page as you like hold it closer and closer to my face. Oh dear. Okay.